Have you ever felt like you were born at the wrong time? Like the world was just too far behind for your plans? Alberto is a gay Portuguese film that explores this idea. Taking place in the summer of 1975, after the fall of a tyrannical Portuguese dictator regime, the film follows the real-life gay poet Alberto, hopeful for a better future, but still finds that queer acceptance is moving too slow in this post-revolution Portugal. So when I sat down to watch this movie about this gay poet, I discovered it wasn't what I expected. So even though this film follows the real-life Portuguese poet Alberto, we don't actually learn anything about his poetry. The friends do allude to it and it is talked about, but we don't have those cliche biopic moments where it's like the first book or the first, controversial event in their life. They don't really hit any of those pillars. And I discovered that this is just a big hangout movie. In the spirit of like Jackie Brown, The Big Lebowski, or Dazed and Confused, where nothing, kind of gigantic happens. I mean, there are moments that happen in the movie that are, ups and downs, but there's no big event or anything like that. Instead, we get these moments where he's throwing these big parties with friends. We get the melodrama of his relationship. We get these smaller human moments. If you're going into this film expecting to learn about this Portuguese poet, you're gonna be feeling empty. You're gonna feel like you didn't know what the point of the movie was, which is not to say that it's pointless, but it's about the collective appreciation of the smaller moments in life. There are literally scenes where the Alberto character is just smoking a cigarette, just sitting, and we're watching him think. So the Alberto character throws these lavish big parties where a lot of love making going on, and you get a sense that the town that he lives in doesn't appreciate these parties in the way he lives. You see, for a long period of time, Portugal used to be run by this fascist regime, by this dictator called Salazar. And until 1974, April 25th, 1974, there was what they call a Carnation Revolution, which changed the whole government, and things were starting to happen. Democracy, women were getting the right to vote. And this film takes place in that summer of 1975, so they just are transitioning. But the country is still not ready for big sweeping changes right away. You get the sense that the main character really wants things just to happen. And I love the way that he reacts to homophobes on the street. I just love this fearlessness that he has. In my research of the real-life poet this film is based off of, I found out that he died in his 40s, and he had a short life. And I don't know the filmmaker's intentions, but I get the sense that they were trying to say what I've been saying, that it's not about all the great pieces of art that we create. As important as that is, we have to remember the greater events that happen in our life are the small moments, the things that actually help us create our art, the small in-between moments that create a sense of who we are and how we experience life. And those moments, even though they seem small and insignificant, sometimes those moments are really everything.